On this episode of the Something to Prove podcast,
That's
I'm Evan.
not how we start.
And this is Mark.
That's how we start.
We talk about
Churches
Mark having performance anxiety,
and Evan's Twitch feed and a bunch of other things.
What's happening? What are you listening to?
Alex.
You're Alex or my Alex?
You're Alex.
He sent you videos now?
No, he's gone 3 minutes long on his call and you were late.
Forget him. Go. We're going. We're live. This is it. It's happening. Hey, welcome to the Something to Prove podcast. Today we're talking about a killer topic that Drager has prepared. Sorry, not Drager. Mark Drager has prepared. Let's go. What do we got, Mark?
Usually we do catch-ups.
Okay.
I'm more curious why you were 2 minutes late. I was in the middle of texting you. I said, "Are you okay?" I was worried.
Yeah, I was talking to, I was doing an IG live with Miss World America, and then realized that for my, I'm going to TDS tonight for my filming, and I have to charge my phone. So I had to go from that, and I called Nina, but she's cooking. So I ran, came back, and here we are.
Wow.
Do it live.
Do it live. We'll go
Do it live.
Cool. So what's new with you? We usually catch up first. We can hit the topic, but we usually catch up first.
No, that's fine. I just need to set the tone. Like, we're doing stuff. Let's go. Alex and Alex can chat with each other.
Yes.
I don't know what's new.
Listen, I was doing stuff enough with you. So just for the audience or who's listening or following along at home, I speak to Evan at 2:30 p.m. on Thursday afternoons, 2:30, not a minute later.
Yep.
So I work really hard to be here at 2:30. Your Alex from TDS wants to do weekly meetings at a different time. So I said I can do from 2 to 2:30. Then I started the call by saying, Alex, I have to be off at 2:30 because I have a call with Evan and he will not even wait a minute for me. And Alex said, yeah, no problem.
That's not true.
And then at 2:30, I basically said, I got up and just started logging into your thing and waiting. So it was our conversation, our weekly podcast is so important. And I know how important time is to you that I was literally willing to walk out of a weekly client review meeting to make sure I was on time with you.
Well, I mean, Mark Drager, I have to get used to him. I'm still not used to the Mark Drager thing. Anyway.
Do you want to explain that or not?
Oh, I don't care. Nina, my wife, only calls Mark Drager.
Yeah.
So
she
now I'm
texted
trying
me today, Mark. She texted it just said Mark.
Oh, really?
It said, hi, Mark. And I said, hi, Nina Carmichael.
I'm trying to just get into Mark Drager. We were trying. It's a habit that I'm trying to, I need to write on my wall or something because it's hard to keep. But Mark Drager has built up enough credibility that a 1 to 2 minute late is okay. Wow. But as long as it's not consistent, like if that's consistently happening, then we have to talk. But a one-off, because something's happening, he's built up enough credit.
You want to know something funny? I used to be very, very worried about being late. And so I would be everywhere super early. And then I think it was like insecurity and anxiety and a bunch of things that made me worry that if I was late for anyone, they would think less of me and stuff. And so I actually realized that most people don't care if you're late or not. And then I got a little bit sloppy the other way where it was just socially acceptable to be late. So I would start things late and I would just say, oh, I'm so sorry I'm late to call one long. And they go, no problem. Of course. Yeah, that makes sense. And now I'm not sure what to do with that because
what to do with that is standards for yourself, that when you say you're going to do something, you show up regardless of if other people with their lower standards let you off the hook or not. Jesus Christ.
I love that setup. Oh, wow. Okay. So
Hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah, buddy. Anytime you want to ask me something, I'm ready.
I don't know what to do with this. This is a legit question. So we're getting ready for my tour. We're looking at locations. Okay. I'm turning this into a consulting session, but it's important. It's what I'm dealing with right now. Yeah. Today I get off a call with my agent, my lit agent, and my publisher. And we're hammering out the marketing plan. And the pub date is like March 15th or something crazy, right? So they don't really want to start marketing whatever until 2 months before.
I got to say, I'm so disappointed that Friday, December 6th is not your launch date because you launched your book. December 6th.
I agree.
Second book, December 6th. Your third book, December 6th.
It's fine. Jesus, let me finish. Mark, come on. Holy, you're not that disappointed. You're okay.
I am because it's actually my anniversary of the incorporated Fanta. So we share December 6th as a really important day.
You already know that all great ideas that I have come from Mark Drager anyway. So it's fine. You're okay. Okay, so they don't want to start marketing until 2 months before, but what, because they're tied up in marketing other books that are out right now. That's
Right.
fine. I'm trying to figure out, it's like, I'm going to have to do all the heavy lifting anyway, whatever. But we have some paths in. Locations, this is where we're struggling. So we almost had WeWork, but WeWork is a disaster right now.
They're blowing up.
We're looking at a couple of other options that may fall through, that may come through. Otherwise, we're like patching places together in different cities. One of the suggestions that came up is churches.
In the US, yeah. Fantastic.
So I need a place that I can go for 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, with AV, with people who can help you roll in, with a stage, with seats. Yeah, I like it.
Built to Serve is a very, like, it follows under Christian ideals very well, right? But I'm not Christian. And I wonder how much that matters. I'm in a church. I mean, I respect the church. We've had a lot of conversations about this. I love the messaging. I love it. I love talking to Christians. They're so easy to push on things.
So
it's a purpose driven.
So, okay, I'll let you finish before I jump in.
But that's all. No, jump in. You get the gist.
Okay, so here's the thing. Our goal is to have 50 to 100 people per session, right?
100 people.
100. Right, 100 people, enough to be a good audience, but also, intimate, right? Like, people are gonna have the chance to meet you. They're gonna have the chance to talk to you. Like, you're gonna be there. So a few things to keep in mind. One, you're not gonna go to the little Anglican church that seats 75 people in wooden pews. That's not gonna happen, right? You are gonna be attending or renting space from churches that are either medium to what we call like mega-sized churches, like campus churches, larger churches. So you're not going to be in the sanctuary or the auditorium, depending on what you call it. You're not going to be in a place that seats 700, 1,000. Like, my church seats 1,400 people. Most of the larger churches will seat 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people and up. So you're probably going to be in a room built for 100 plus or minus people. So you're not even going to be in the sanctuary. You're not going to even be on the stage with the cross. You're going to be in a really great lecture space that happens to be located at a church. So are you worried about the fact that it's going to be like, it's being held at, I don't know, like, I don't know what churches are called. Our Glory of Hope,
Oh,
center.
I didn't even think about that. The connotation.
Is that what you're worried about?
No, I'm worried about that. I mean, that is more a marketing thing. And so, like, you might be better positioned to handle that. Is if we're hosting it at some church, are people going to not want to come because it's in a church? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. It's worth considering. No, for me, the worry was just, I'm not anti anything. I'm not going to say like the church sucks, but I'm renting with a message that'll come across as being very Christian, which the beliefs, behind it are.
Yes.
But I'm not Christian, and I'm renting from the whatever. I'm renting from.
And what's the benefit of renting from the church versus renting from a hotel or what have you? Costs?
It was just a suggestion.
Okay.
I don't know. What does it cost to rent from a church? I have no idea.
Usually pretty affordable. So, like, for example, at our church, it's a voting station. It's a polling station. So lots of people don't avoid voting because they don't want to walk through the doors of the lobby of the church. And, but I can understand sensibility. I mean, there are sensitivities for those who are of different denominations or faiths, or those who frankly have been hurt by the church in the past. Wow. Lots of people, especially when you start to get towards, the South or the Bible Belt, culturally, because it's a culturally Christian dominated society, a lot of people have grown up in the faith and have been misled by leaders or hurt. And so is that enough to keep them from walking through the doors? Possibly. My wife's best friend's husband, only recently started stepping through the doors of a church to watch their kids' Christmas pageant because he refused.
Wow.
And it's not that he's not Christian. It's not that he doesn't believe or any of those things, not to get too personal, but some people have been misled by leadership of different eras, like any organization. So that wouldn't exist if you're going to a BIA or if you're going to a hotel. I don't think anyone's been hurt by Ramada, right?
I mean, you'll have some people, but sure. Sure.
right?
Okay.
So,
Well,
so
well, that's
context matters, but
yeah.
it could equally help you. You could then suddenly pick up now in some of these cities. If you're going to Houston, and you're going to be able to present from a small room at Joel Osteen's church on on entrepreneurship and a message and all of these things, then would that help you pick up non-entrepreneurs who are from the community and Christian who want to learn more about being built to serve and how your pain can help overcome you? There are a lot of communities where the church is the central hub of most of these communities. And so, especially if the church is advertising that the fact that you're going to be present and be there, and maybe they might buy ticket blocks, there are literally entire industries where, like the Christian movie industry is 100% built on producing content for Christians. So the churches will buy block tickets and block seating and then send their people out there, and they make a lot of money doing so. So pros and cons.
I'm worried about authenticity, I think. If it was, I think it's because the message is built to serve. There's definitely a lot that can be easily applied or implied.
Yeah. Inferred,
applied, implied, and all of those three. That I don't want to put something out there that it's not. So I don't want it to be a surprise. Then like when if the whatever the who runs the church, I want to say the bishop, but it's probably not a bishop.
It's not a bishop. It's typically a board, and then there's different levels of pastors who report to the board.
So if the pastor comes in,
or deacons,
if the pastor comes in and says hi and welcomes me, or it wants to introduce me, or wants to talk about it afterwards, I don't want it to be awkward. I don't want him to feel bad. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't want him to feel bad.
You're overthinking it. The pastor won't be there.
No, listen, guaranteed. If I do 20, one of the pastors is going to be there. It's going to happen. Sure.
So. Yeah, I mean, so one thing you can look at to model, perhaps, or we could look at is Leadership Summit. So there's a very, very large church in Chicago that has been really responsible for leading a lot of progressive and a lot of ideas of how churches could be built and grown. Now, the senior pastor, Hybels, kind of fell out of with the whole Me Too movement, didn't really go over well on him based off of some stuff he did in the 80s and 90s. And so the church has stumbled a little bit, but they had this thing called the Leadership Summit. And they have like a Christian stream of Leadership Summit, and then they have like a business stream of Leadership Summit. But the whole thing happens at a church, a really large church, and then they simulcast it to all of these other locations that are churches. Okay. And they do it because they want to bring leaders in to learn about biblical principles in a non-biblical setting. Like in like not framed speaking about biblical stories.
Okay.
And they like the idea of bringing all of these community leaders into a church, even though it's not about church. And so they literally leverage this opportunity of running this massive thing about just being great leaders. Like,
yeah, but at the start of that, what you just said is not what I want to do.
Like, I know, but what I'm saying is if the church themselves, if the church, is comfortable leveraging leadership and leveraging biblical principles without framing it in a biblical context and opening up their doors to everyone so that way we can all learn, no pastor's going to be like, oh, if anything, they're going to love the fact that they're like, oh, these are some great things. You probably want to ask them not to talk or introduce you because they're going to take your story and they're going to put it in a biblical context and they're going to make non-Christians uncomfortable.
Yeah. You
don't want them there. Like I've been at church. I've been at church pageants where it's like, oh, this is great church thing. And then they stand up and they basically preach and try and do an altar call, which is when the pastor tries to like have people bow their heads and say like, I need God. I'm willing to give my life to God right now on the spot. And we're going to call you up. Like, listen, some kids just saying Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Now's not the time for like this really deep message. So if you're renting the space, you just talk to them, or Nina will talk to them. We're renting the space. You come in, you use the space. Maybe there's an opportunity for them to promote the fact you're going to be there and sell some tickets. But all of these churches run a lot of programs. So there's AA already running there, and there's
But AA is faith-based, dude.
I know, but then there's like pregnancy help center or pregnancy crisis outreach programs. Our church has every Friday they do an adults program for adults who are living with disabilities. So either cognitive or physical disabilities come in and they use our gym, and there's programming that's run from the city in our church. So, and none of it's faith-based stuff. So even AA is again biblically principled, but it's not faith-based in terms of its context.
Yes, it is.
They don't say you need Jesus.
Come on,
that's what I'm
are the 12
talking about.
steps? What are the 12 steps of
Evan,
AA?
Evan,
Yeah.
Biblically principled, not saying step 3 isn't read the Bible. Step 4 isn't, give your life to Christ.
Dude, you don't know what even the 12 steps are.
I know most of them. It's
okay. So number 3.
Yes.
Make a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God. Number 5, admit to God and to ourselves and to other humans.
No.
Yes, these are the number 6. We are entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character.
The 12 steps, because I've looked into it. The 12 steps that I've looked into did not have God anywhere listed.
God is everywhere. No, number 11, improve our conscious contact with God.
What are you on? AA.org?
Alcohol.org.
You're not on AA.org, which is Alcoholics Anonymous.
Okay.
Let's look at the 12 steps.
We're going. How do you even see it? AA.org is a disaster. They need Mark Drager.
Yeah.
Save them. 12 steps.
What is AA? Let's see here.
This is live. This is for everybody watching, listen, this is how
12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous right here. Here we go. 12 steps. Let's see. 3, make a decision to turn our will over lives to God. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
It seems like 4 of the 12 steps is God, Mark.
Perfect.
It's faith-based. They may have some of them locals may have sanitized it to take out some, but it's definitely faith-based. It's all God.
All God, all the time. He's the rock. Really, Evan, right?
And the ones that aren't God are talking about spiritual awakening and power greater than yourself, and still very, right? So it's fine. It's faith-based. And listen, you expect faith-based programs to be in churches. I guess the thing I'm struggling with is my message feels very faith-based.
So then don't do it in churches. This is a really easy decision, man.
No, but I'm listen, dude, I'm asking you as a guy who goes to a lot of church. Or used to. I don't know if you still go to a lot of church. You still go to a lot of church, Mike?
Yeah, I started going again. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have more context than I don't know if it's a legit thing that I'm worried about.
Yeah, but I'm biased. I'm inherently biased. What you want to do is go ask. You want to go ask a Muslim, who I don't think would matter either, because if it was at a temple, if it was at a Buddhist temple, or if it was at a synagogue or whatever it was, and we were renting a room there, it wouldn't. But to me, going to location doesn't matter. It's actually just the context that it frames it in. When I realize that you have this message called Built to Serve.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's at a church, whatever, Star of David, right. Synagogue. I would immediately go oh, he's Jewish.
Right.
I mean, hell, man, I thought you were Jewish for the first 6 years I knew you anyway. So I didn't know you were Italian. I thought you were Jewish.
First of all,
your first wife was Jewish.
Okay, but first of all, Italian and Jewish are not even, one's a religion. There's lots of Italian Jews, Mark.
Sure.
Drager.
Sure, but I thought Carmichael was an Italian. It was a Jewish last name.
That's ridiculous.
Or possibly your mother was Jewish and your dad wasn't.
How do you think Carmichael is a... It's not even close. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I don't know. Dude, I don't know.
I'm liking this idea less and less.
Whatever.
I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be inauthentic.
Trust your heart. The only benefit to it, the only benefit is if you're doing it as a marketing and sales play to get the churches to advertise it and buy blocks.
No, I would not do that.
Then this doesn't even make sense in context. We have a client who, it's so funny that they have to remind another agency that we work with about the importance of context. So they're in pensions and finance and stuff. And they're like, listen, we only want our ad to show up places where someone would see it and go, it makes sense that we're there. We don't want to show up on all this weird stuff. We're about pensions and finance. So if someone goes why are they advertising here? That is the thing you want to catch. Right now, you're worried that people are going to be why is he going to a church? Perfect. Don't do it then.
Really? You don't think that the pension, so the guys from Primerica who show up at a dog show, you think that's bad strategy?
No, I think that's great strategy for them. Because you're talking about the guys who show up at Primerica. right? If you're saying, should a Primerica ad turn up on, I don't know, the NRA.org, because through contextualized advertising, we've determined that viewer, that user, should be someone who's a Primerica customer,
right?
But should Primerica be seen on that in this kind of thing? No, that's when you start to go like, well, that's a weird mix. Why is Primerica advertising that?
Why is Primerica? What's the what? That makes no sense. Why is Primerica at the dog show then? It's the same thing.
Because that dude at the dog show better love dogs.
Oh, but it's still like I'm going looking for dog collars and poop bags and all sorts of stuff. And then Primerica.
I don't know. I was at the horse show. We went to the Royal Winter Fair and we watched the horse jumping. And the number one sponsor was an insurance company that specialized on horses and stuff. I loved it. It was great.
Okay, that's different. It's an insurance company that specializes on horses.
Yeah.
It's different than a home mortgage or home insurance company.
Primerica, don't they do they're kind of a multi-level marketing scam anyway, aren't they?
Well, I don't know about scam, but yes, I use insurance because you said insurance.
Credibility. Oof. Or we got to cut that out. I might get sued by them for saying that.
Coming after you,
Mark Drager needs to worry about what he says now about organizations.
I could go either way with you, but I need you to be consistent. It's the same thing. An ad showing up on the NRA website or magazine or whatever is the same thing as showing up at a conference or a trade show. You're selling something totally different than what people are going there to buy.
And if you went, why are they there? Then yes, I agree.
I go that all the time with Primerica at a dog show.
I know.
Why are they here?
Exactly. But now if they had taken the time to build a display and build all this stuff and talk about dogs and have a little dog house you could take a mortgage out on, and isn't that fun? Then yeah.
Come on, dude. What?
Come on, it's amazing.
It's not amazing. No, I could get behind. I just need you to be consistent. I can get behind either one.
Dude, you'll never find consistency in either something Evan Carmichael tells you because he goes back and forth, or myself.
Consistencies and values and approach. It should be the same. It's the same thing. What you're saying is the exact same thing. And you're saying this is right and this is wrong. It's either right or wrong.
Fine. Primerica's wrong.
Okay.
It shouldn't be there.
All right. So I think the other way is actually even better. Like, I think if you have data on them and you know that they've been to your website and now you're going to retarget them on a NRA website, I think that's way smarter than showing up at a dog show.
I would do that for retargeting. This is just contextualized advertising where you basically look at a bunch of different people based on interest in generic groups and then go, oh, this is where we think they should be. This isn't remarketing based.
I still think that's better because I think online you get better data than in person at a show.
We're really getting into the weeds here now.
Well,
you've hijacked this episode. Last week you talked about consulting. Last week was Mark Drager YouTube Instagram consulting there, and I
dude, I got to tell you this. This is
totally
great.
Blew everything up, man. I totally blew everything up.
Can we hold on? Let me find them. Hold on. I did an interview. Today's been insane, right? Today's been all my interviews.
Are you gonna screen here?
No, I can screen share. I'm just on my calendar. I can. It's crazy. So before the Miss World person, I was talking to a guy named Sadiq.
Can I ask the first question that popped into my head when you said you interviewed with Miss World?
Okay.
Is she attractive?
Sure. She's Miss World.
Well, so that's the first thing I would assume. But did she show up like? Did Miss World show up, or did Becca? Like this really regular, awesome person who's not like who interviewed you? Was it Miss World, or was it just like some regular person who happened to do this extraordinary?
Why is that the question that pops in your head? Is what I'm interested by.
Because I think that we get intimidated by the title and the suit people put on and the persona they put on. But when you sit down with people, they're just like super, super ordinary. They're super ordinary. So I don't know what her name is. Did Becky interview you, or did Miss World interview you?
She no, more her, but she has the Miss World where she's on stage, and listen, she had a pacemaker, she has a scar, so that's part of her thing. Overcoming obstacles, she was bullied, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And she's also she wants to get into policy, she wants to get into public speaking, and so it's that side that came through, like the wanting to make a change in the world person came through. I don't know her enough I've never seen her beauty pageant. I don't know what she does on stage, walking around in what, evening gowns and all that kind of stuff. I've never seen her do that. So this is the only context I have. But somebody who wants to make change, somebody who cares about humanity and wants to make change and sees it through the world of public policy. And she said, I told her, I see it through entrepreneurs. Like, she asked me what policy change I would make. Said, I think entrepreneurs are going to solve all the world's problems, not policy. But let's talk policy. Anyway, I came up with some cool ideas. Anyway, before her,
why is that a weird question that pops into my head?
I don't know. It's just a good point of context. Like, why is that? The questions that people ask are interesting.
Okay.
That's what's running through your head.
Yeah.
Is interesting. It's good context.
I'm an interesting guy.
I'm going to use it in the future for something. You know.
Wow.
Those are points of reference. That kind of question is a fantastic. The fact that that's what you first thought of is a fantastic tell into the world of Mark Drager. That if you have people around you, you have to remember that. Those are the things I remember. I'll remember that probably.
What's the tell of though? Psychoanalyze it. What's the tell?
I don't know. I got nothing to do with it yet. I don't know what to use it. But it's one of the things. So when you had me come and sit down and help interview your new team members potentially. Yeah. If she or he said that, I would file it away. I'm looking for repeat patterns of that. Like, how else is this showing up? And how does this impact your life and the job that you're trying to do? That's interesting.
I use it to remind myself that no matter whomever I'm sitting in front of, that they're just really average in some ways and extraordinary in others, right? We all have these God-given gifts and all these things. But like yesterday, 2 days ago, we're sitting in traffic, terrible traffic. And there's this guy, an amazing Lamborghini, a beautiful car sitting beside us in traffic. And I turn to Roland, who's with me, and I say, doesn't matter how nice your car or how rich you are, you're still sitting in traffic. Right?
You got a helicopter.
That's the exact next thing I said.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Unless you have a helicopter.
Yeah.
But there's some of these just like really average, humbling things. And the first reason I was curious about that is because if Miss World showed up to interview you, that's less interesting to me and less deep than having the person who happens to have that title be there. Like, I'd much rather be with the person than the person wearing the persona. I'd love to sit down with Ryan Seacrest and talk to him, but not radio Ryan Seacrest, and I don't even know if he'd be able to take it off. I don't know if he'd be able to stop.
Wow, shots fired. Shots fired. Primerica and Ryan Seacrest. Somebody clip this and send it out to the world.
Dude,
wow. I'm not even sure that he could take it off. Wow.
He's so good and he's so polished and he's so professional. I admire him. He's a really smart, great person.
Now we're getting into the hedge.
I don't know. No, it's not a hedge. I literally think that I don't know if he can take off that polish that he has.
Ryan, I believe in you. I think you can.
There you go. Anyway, you were telling a story.
Anyway, it's still interesting why that thought is the thoughts that pop through people's heads are really, it's a good tell. There's that, but there's more to it. I know there's more to it. That I can tell you. There's more to it. I just don't know what it is. Yeah. So it's file it away and then boom, drop some nuggets.
So you were speaking to her?
So before her, I was talking to Sadiq, and one of the, like, I don't know how many interviews I've done today, 10 interviews today or something. And at the end, like, we've got 10 minutes left. He's like, okay, I know we're running out of time. This is a young kid, like, super energetic. I know we're running out of time. We're almost done. But before we finish, I need to give a shout out. And I'm like, oh, he's going to shout out Sandra. He's going to shout out me. He's going to shout out the Nina. I need to give a shout out to Mark Drager.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Mark Drager.
This is the guy that I connected you with.
Yeah, yes. Mark Drager. I posted because this all ties in because last week we convinced Mark to switch up all of his IG accounts and YouTube. And he did. And then it became my mission that day to every post I put in, I would put Mark.Drager on Instagram, go follow him. And I would answer questions, and then I said at the end, go follow Mark Drager. The whole day, I told Nina too, every post we put up has to have Mark.Drager tagged on the post. There was a whole day. And then Sadiq's DM'd me and he said, hey, can you be a guest on my podcast? Mm-hmm. And me decided to respond with, if you go to Mark Drager and follow him and leave a loving comment, and Mark picks you, I'll be on your podcast. Which I would never trade being on a podcast for a comment on Instagram. Are you kidding me? What kind of use of time is that?
For follow, you even texted me and you went, ouch.
Why? Why did I say ouch?
You said ouch. And I said, what's wrong? And you said a full podcast interview with someone for a follow.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, right? That's
and I said it's the best.
How much do I value my time? Wow. Anyway, so that was him. And then he gave a shout out and I said, hey, you got to send this to me because I'm hopefully not going to forget when it comes out because I wanted to send it to you. But now we're talking. So you know, I was very shocked.
Yeah.
People shout out Sandra, my assistant, a lot, and Nina, but this is the first Mark Drager shout out. And I didn't even understand why he's shouting you out. I thought he might be a listener of the show or something, but it was because he went through that. So yeah, that was his 16th episode or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave a great story on IG as well about why you need to take a swing at something, try it. So that was good. That was fun. Yeah. I like these shout outs. I need more shout outs.
Well, you got to do more work.
Listen, we're going to do a contest right now. For the next 10 shout outs I get, Evan will give them 3 hours of his time. 30 hours of Evan's time we're auctioning.
Wow. You know what?
You should have seen his eyes. Audio listeners, his eyes got really big for a second.
That's not happening. It's not happening. So I just got approved for Twitch to be an affiliate. Mm-hmm. So there's 3 levels in Twitch. There's like basic. I don't know what basic is. I just called it basic. Affiliate and then partner.
Yes.
And every time you unlock new things. Mostly around monetization and then bonuses. I don't care about the monetization. I'm not trying to go on Twitch to monetize Twitch. It's fun experiment, but I want to be partner, right? Of course, I want to have all the features and everything. So I just got unlocked for affiliate, and what that does is allow you to sell subscriptions, so people can subscribe to your channel, and in return they get a little badge, and they get access to custom emojis. Which I can create 2 custom emojis. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I haven't even set up my custom. I didn't even know like what the rules were.
I got to say, man, your Twitch feed is super inside. I've watched it now 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
I've watched you guys playing, and there's just so many inside jokes and so much, you and J Rides and music and oh, this is Stereo Love and oh, this is a good playlist. And it's like, there's no on ramps, man. There's no way to drip into your feed and start following.
It's amazing. It's so amazing. We had one couple
ever.
No, you got to join the inside, participate, ask questions.
I've tried.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I haven't asked questions. I said I've
So you didn't try? What are you talking about? I tried.
Because I don't have the new iOS on my phone, and without the new iOS,
whatever. Blah 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 blah. Go to a computer, Mark. Jesus, it's easy.
Who watches Twitch on computer?
A lot of people watch Twitch on computer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I tried. You didn't try. Try next time. There's one couple that...
I've checked out. I've listened in 3 times over the last week.
And you said hi once. That's not tried.
I didn't say hi at all because I couldn't leave a...
Oh, you didn't even say hi?
No. I commented. I said, hey, man, I watched your whole first game and had no idea what you were talking about.
Wow. But it'll change. Dude, if you're in the chat... We'll make it about you. You're going to feel so special and showered and love. It's going to be insane. It's amazing. You're going to leave that session and feel like, man, I'm the greatest human ever. You will. It's the best. So there's one couple who I met in Dallas at Video Marketing World, the thing I was speaking at. And they posted in the chat last week that they're upgrading their bed. They've been living with a full bed, and they're upgrading to a queen bed. They just bought a queen, and so every day they now tune in, and we're asking, how's the are you getting the bed yet? When's the bed get? So the whole stream now is obsessed about the bed and when they're gonna get it.
I did hear that.
It's amazing, and you're part of their life, right? Like now it becomes important that they get the queen bed, and they're upgrading their life. And how is the experience? And like sleeping in on Saturday and canceling everything you've got so that Friday night you can enjoy it. Like all of it. It's amazing. It's really great. It's fantastic. You just have to participate. Just like anything else in life.
Go, turn it into something.
Participate, Drager. Stop complaining. That is so, people are cliquey.
I'm not complaining.
Yes, you are. No, yes, it's so cliquey inside baseball because you didn't even try.
I'm giving you feedback to suggest that you need to create some more on-ramps for people.
The on-ramp is saying hi. I don't know who you are. I see a number that's watching. I don't know that that's Mark Drager. Say, hey, Evan, it's Mark. Mark Drager's in the house. Oh my God, Mark, I love this guy. Let me tell you about Mark Drager. Oh my God, he's my hero. It's gonna happen. And now all of a sudden, boom, Drager's in the circle. That's how it happens. But if I don't know
Sometimes
who you are,
we like to stand on the sidelines and watch.
yeah, and then you lose in life. Okay, and then you complain that you're not in the circle. Okay, go. Say hi next time. Figure out your iOS, whatever. Get on the computer and join in. It'll be a great an hour and a half of your life.
We'll see.
It's pretty amazing. So it's inside with J Rise and Sunshine and those because I know them and they're commenting and we bounce, we play, we play. So let's play with Mark. Get in there. Anyway, so I've got promoted to affiliate because I passed the first round of whatever. I really want to get partner before Manco does. The guy that I invested into, he's not partner yet. How amazing if I got partner before him. It's so good. It's amazing. I mean, I shouldn't. He has way better numbers than me, but I'm still trying. It's a great little goal. So as affiliate, you can unlock. People pay $5 a month, which $250 goes to Twitch and $250 goes to me, I think. And you get 2 custom emojis that you can put on. Okay, I haven't designed them yet. People want the airplane and something else, so I got to figure out. I think Mark Drager's face needs to be an emoji, of course, right? Oh my God, Mark, can you do it? Can you cut? I need a PNG file. Yeah. I need a you guys can do it. I need a PNG. Maybe not the first 2. Maybe when I unlock some more, a PNG headshot.
Wow, I just got reduced from.
Oh my God, the guy that
of your emojis to.
Yeah, yes. You're lucky you don't even participate and you make excuses, lame ass excuses for not participating.
Hey,
okay?
I love you enough to check out. You stand at your desk for 2 hours, play a game I have no idea what's going on, deal with the fact that my son wants to watch, and he's like, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. I don't know anything about this.
Hey, Evan, what's happening? Great, I'll explain it. We'll break it down.
Oh, we just bought. What did I just buy? I don't know what.
Listen.
I bought this. Oh, could I use? Oh, I couldn't use that, guys. Ooh, wow,
I think
no idea what's happening.
Dude, an hour of your son watching my stream is the greatest investment he can make in his evening entertainment.
Potentially.
Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, because then I'll know that you're watching and say, hey, Mark, what is your son? What's the question that your son has? And we're going to go through it.
Can I tell you about Jonah? Can I tell you? I don't know if I think you may know from Instagram or maybe not. But did I tell the story on the podcast about Jonah and Jack saying yes to a job with like 10 minutes notice?
On a train or something.
Yeah. But that I may have just posted on Instagram. I don't know. Did the podcast audience hear this?
Dude, you're asking me? I don't know. Anyway, what?
Okay, yes. So on a Friday afternoon, Jacqueline got a text like, "Hey, we're looking for volunteers for this community theater thing that she was a part of," and she got this paid role with it last time. But anyway, she gets this text. She said, "Yeah, I can be there tonight and help out." They said, "Do you know anyone else?" She said, "Well, my son's an actor. He can volunteer too." And I said, "Oh my goodness, your son's an actor? We actually need like an 11-year-old boy to do this paid part this evening." So we pulled him out of school. He has an hour and a half to learn his part, to listen to the music, to learn a song that he's performing like with an hour and a half hours notice. And so he does it. He does it for a Friday. He does it for a Saturday. He does it for Sunday. He does all these performances. I'm driving him home and I was like, "Man, you must be wiped." And he's like, "No." And I was like, "What? You spent all these days out in the cold with all these people?" I said, "It has like it worn off yet? Like, are you tired?" And he's like, "No, I could do it for way more days." I feel like he's like, I told him, I was like, "I'm really proud of you." He's like, "No, I would have said yes, no matter how nervous I was, just at this opportunity, I would have totally done it." And then he told me, he's like, "I feel like I found my people." That's what he said. "I feel like I found my people." So at the age of 11, I'm so happy for him. At the age of 11, he's not only found something that he finds fun and likes, he's literally like, "I found my people," and he's making a lot of money. So he makes like $50 or $100 a day doing this thing that he would do for free. And that to him, he's just like, he wanted to do a snow shoveling driveway service. And he's like, "Wow, that's too much work. I can act and do what I love and make money doing it." At the age of 11, he found this.
I got 2 quick things.
Yeah.
Before I forget. One, old Mark would have been like blown away. New Mark still might be, by the like ego of the whole thing. But as you're telling the story and how proud he is and doing it, and like he's found his people.
Yeah.
In my I'm taking credit for it.
Sure.
In my head is like, I helped build that. Like
you did.
Piece.
You did. You
Yeah.
did. No,
Yeah.
it is you.
I love it.
It is you.
Yeah. Good.
And Tony and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, of course. But like
yeah.
a little piece, like I made some of that.
No,
I made
because
some of that happen.
the reason I did a live stream on this, and my thing is about being big and saying being bold. You know, think big, be bold, say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Jack was like, "Hey, Mark, we have this thing." It literally happened because of your video. You posted a video earlier that week where you talked about doing IG lives for free, doing IG lives for free, and how everyone is a practice and everything is an opportunity. And at least you made a connection. At least you made content. So do IG for free and make them public.
Yeah.
That is why when Jacqueline came to me and said, I need to do this, she was doing it for free because she didn't want to say no. She wanted to build a bridge.
Wow.
And then from that came the opportunity for Jonah, and then Jonah doing this thing. And then now he's on like 8 more performances over. They wanted to have him back every day. Like they wanted to pull him out of school for a week and a half. We were like, hold on, let's put the brakes on a little bit of how much school he's missing. But this whole thing came about because of Mr. Evan Carmichael's Instagram video that Jacqueline saw.
This is where it gets scary, man.
Yeah. This is crazy, eh? I honestly feel like I'm watching him live through a very defining moment in his life.
Oh, that's not what's scary.
No, not scary. No. The reason I'm really proud and impressed. Is because I'm literally watching this happen, and I feel like this is all like he's in French immersion school, but we have an art school in Oshawa that is it's very, very strong in the arts. It's well known. It's renowned. It doesn't have French. Like he's already talking and petitioning for him to leave French school to go to this high school that's 3 years away so he can take an arts acting program. So I think this is cool.
I love it. And you should definitely watch the stream now. I mean, that's going to be more education and growth. But the scary thing for me was feeling that. Why am I feeling while you're talking that I am proud and like I helped make that?
Because you did.
I know, but I didn't know all that. That's why it's freaky, right? It's freaky. Why am I feeling this way? There has to be a reason. That's it. I didn't know all that deep context.
Yeah.
This stuff is scary. It's scary. It's powerful.
But you did subconsciously know because I told you this in text like a week and a half ago. I told you that Jack watched this video of you talking about doing stuff for free, and that made her say she wants to do it, and then this opportunity came up. But yeah.
I still think I'm amazing.
I'm not saying that you're not amazing.
Side note, is that thing worth going to? I was thinking of taking Hayden.
The Polar Express?
Yeah. Okay, forget it.
Yeah.
Next.
It's far away though. Like you're not willing to like.
Fine, forget it. I already knew the answers. Fine. The hesitation's told the whole story.
No. The hesitation was me thinking whether you are willing to.
I get it. I know. I understand. It's fine. It's a no. It's great. So back to Twitch. So I get the emojis. I unlock 2 emojis. We need a Mark Drager face emoji. That's so inside baseball. That's going to be amazing. Yeah, whatever. Cut it. Take a picture. Have Manish cut it. Yeah. PNG, right? Yeah. And then in my next openings, we'll put it in. But then this is what unlocked the whole thing. So somebody, and I'm such a Twitch noob. I don't know any of this stuff, right? I even spelled noob wrong. I put N-E-W-B instead of
N-O-O-B. N-O-O-B.
I know. That's how noob I am.
Even I know that.
I'm so noob. I don't even know that. So it's great. So yeah, I just got approved for affiliate status. Yesterday, some guy named Warwick One Trick follows me, which I have like 134 followers or something.
That's more than I have on Instagram.
It's great. But then he subscribed to me.
Okay.
Which means he's paying to be on my channel.
Oh, wow.
Right? So he's paying me. I get half and Twitch gets half. So I got $250 a month coming from this guy.
That's a cup of coffee, man.
Yeah, man. It's insane.
That's a Tim's.
So like I got my first guy. I can't wait for him to show up. You know, like I want to thank him. This is a big deal. My very first subscriber, right? Anyway, so he didn't show up on the stream. I start talking on the stream about how I got my first subscriber. And then Nina comes in and says, you guys all need to subscribe to follow Evan. Subscribe, pay money to follow him. And then J Rise then goes and he subscribes. And then when he says a comment, he has a little purple icon next to him that says first.
Okay.
So now every time he comments, he has this little purple badge next to him that says first.
But he wasn't your first subscriber, was he?
No, but this is what we're all trying to figure out because everybody thought he was first. Like, well, he wasn't because Warwick One Trick was my first subscriber. But then we realized that everybody in the first 10
get a first.
They're called founding members.
Okay.
And you get the first. You get the purple.
Do you have more than 10?
No, we're at 6 right now.
Oh, so if I go sign up right now?
Yeah, you should do it.
So how do I do this? How do I do this right now?
You go to what? First, you need a Twitch account.
Twitch.tv.
But you need to have your own account. You need to create an account.
Okay, so I sign up.
Yeah.
Username Mark.Drager, or is that not good?
Yeah, Mark.Drager is fine. Or Mark
Drager.
I
can't go. Yeah, okay, Mark. But should it be an anonymous name?
No, Mark Drager. Make it you. Why not? I'm the lead team, but people know it's me.
March 24, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I put the wrong date of birth in.
You don't want people knowing what year you're born in?
Does it matter to me?
I don't know. You said March 24, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah. People know how old I am. I don't know. Okay, I've signed up.
Okay, so here's the thing. So then we realized, wait a minute, 10 people can get the first thing, right? And so then I don't know that many people watching. Everybody basically who was watching, the 5 other people,
signed up.
They all signed up. So now we have 6. Oh no, I guess it was 4 other. So we have 6. I think it's 6. I got to check now.
Okay.
But I went down this whole path of it's worth. So like I don't have the emojis. You can't use special emojis in a chat.
Yeah.
But only 10 people get the little pink. This is great dynamics. Like I would set alerts to follow all of the entrepreneur guys, Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, all of these guys. And if they ever created a Twitch account, Gary has one. But the others, like if Grant or if Tony Robbins ever creates a Twitch account, I want to be in his first 10. Like that's worth $5 a month to get the little badge, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Just like you're going right now. You just want the little badge. You want to be first 10.
$5, $60 a year US, right?
It's totally worth it.
Or is it Canadian?
I don't know. I think it's US.
Oh, I don't know which tier to subscribe to. This is confusing now.
No, you got it. Just do the first one.
So tier 1.
Tier 3 pays $25 a month.
Oh yeah, that's.
You get special. You get special bonuses. Like for $25, you could get the Mark Drager emoji. You could be the only one who could drop the Drager emoji. I think it's worth it. I think just to get top 10 and get the founders back, that never goes away.
Yeah,
that's worth it. I think it's totally worth it. I think people should hack that more often. I didn't even understand what it meant when we were on the live stream. But we figured it out.
Sure.
Yeah. And so now that's it, right? I mean, there's 3 more spots after you, or maybe there's less. I don't know what we're at.
Oh, if I sign up and I'm not one of the first 10, I'm going to be super pissed.
Well, if you actually watched and paid attention, Mark Drager.
Evan Carmichael.
I have to remember. So I have 142 followers. I don't know. I have to see how many. How do I see how many?
I don't remember which credit card to put this on.
Mark, you gotta show some love to the listeners here. We don't care about you.
Are you sure?
I don't care.
There we go.
I mean, somebody's gonna get it. I would get it if you were there. Yeah, we have 6. We have 6 subscribers right now.
Okay.
So there's 4 more spots.
Okay, I gotta wait till this meeting's done so I can go get my credit card out of my truck.
Yeah. So I think that's a no-brainer. I think that's a great first mover advantage. You get that thing for life. You got a little number 1 next to your name every time you chat. You get that little special status.
As long as I continue to pay $60 a year.
Right. Yeah. I just think it's totally. I think that's like sitting on a domain name. I think that's totally worth. That's totally worth. At least for me. If that was Tony Robbins, I would do it just to have it.
Yes.
Because you never know.
Yes.
That's worth $5 a month. Easy.
Sure.
Easy. And it forces you to get your stupid account so you can watch it with your son and create some amazing content. Join the inner circle, Mark. It's a great little community we've built.
I would like to.
Yeah. All right.
I don't have much more to say to that.
So that's Twitch. That's the update. We spent the whole time talking about the update and the church and Twitch.
There you go. And how proud I am of Jonah that Evan changed our lives to change his life.
Not proud enough to just go to a computer and watch Twitch.
Wow.
Wow.
I can't believe you're diminishing the fact that I still watch and tune in. for something that I really have no interest in, but I do it because I'm like, I wonder what Evan's doing. Like, you're doing this whole Twitch thing. I want to see how you're progressing. I want to see that window of your life so we can talk about it and we can have a shared commonality. But you're not, listen, you're not coming out to Oshawa to help me work in my backyard so we have this shared camaraderie. That's not happening.
No, that's ridiculous. That's not happening.
Exactly.
So
why not? Why are you diminishing my acts of service?
No, that's not no.
Yes,
you come in here. No. You come in here and changing my light tomorrow. That's awesome.
Which I'm doing.
That's amazing. That's a good act of service.
Standing in Canadian Tire last week when you asked, and I was like, for sure, I can come change your life.
Yeah, that's great. That I feel love. Watching for 5 minutes on a Twitch stream and not participating in anything while doing something else. No, that's not extraordinary. Like, at least say hi.
So just so the audience knows, because you mentioned it really casually,
What?
Evan is apparently incapable of taking down a light in his dining room and hanging a new light up. Yeah. I don't know why you are, when you could Google it, when you could watch on YouTube an instructional video, but you've had a broken light for many years with a sharp piece of glass that people could hurt themselves on.
Oh, now it's just broken, and now it doesn't even turn on. Like, it flicks when it turns. The something is
the ballast.
Nope. Something else. Something inside.
Ballasts are inside.
Not the ballast. It's something else. Nina,
okay.
What's broken in the light?
Okay, let's go. We have to go soon.
But what's broken in the light?
I'll message him.
What? No. The podcast wants to.
Driver is broken.
The what?
The light driver, Evan.
The driver's broken.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the same thing as a ballast.
Great. So the ballast.
Yeah, it's broken. So I'm coming over tomorrow. I was wondering, is security going to stop me if I show up with a ladder and a bucket full of tools? Are they going to be like,
hope so.
Are you? Do you have an electrical? Are you ESA?
Oh, I really hope so. Stuff? And listen, and you can't call up either because we don't have a phone. I guess you can call Nina. You have Nina's number?
Anyway, I'm going to show up with a ladder. Do you guys have a step ladder or no?
Do we have a step ladder, Nina?
I'm coming to Evan's house to.
No, not really. We have a step ladder.
Okay, I'll bring a ladder.
Assume we have nothing.
I'll bring all my tools. I'm going to. I'm assuming that we can shut off the power off of a breaker or something. But
yeah, I don't know which one is which, but yeah, we can do that.
That's
I
okay.
have that.
I got electrical. So anyway, I'm coming to change Evan's light tomorrow morning, and we're gonna live stream it apparently.
Yeah, that's great. We're gonna live. See, that's love.
I'll come straight from the gym. I'll come straight to Evan's house with a coffee in hand. I don't know if I'm already worried that your silly security guard is gonna hassle me for trying to get up to your place.
I hope he does. That'd be great.
Well, okay. Anyway, that's the only thing that worries me about this whole thing is that, and then the fact that I got to leave at 11 o'clock. So we got to do whatever we got to do in this nice 2 to 3 hour window. But literally, we're just taking down our dining room light and hanging a new one.
Yeah.
I have anxiety about your security guard, and then performance anxiety of changing a light while live streaming and answering questions for you, while like dripping sweat off my nose.
Oh yeah.
And Evan being like, just sitting there being like,
"Come on, Mark. What's your answer?"
Why that? And meanwhile, I'm just like,
judging you.
I got stuff in my. I'm gonna have like my wire cutters in my hands, and I'm like, well, this is
play-by-play judging you. That'd be good.
Yeah. That's what Evan Carmichael's known for. That's on brand.
Yeah. For my friends, you got to be super inner circle for that.
Super inner circle to get the love kicked out of you.
Yeah, exactly, because it's all love.
Awesome. Well, for some reason, that was our podcast episode this week. It was more like just hanging out, but I actually enjoy it.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, Mark. If you want to see me push Mark with some amazing free consulting to blow up his social media, check the link right there next to us. Continue to believe, and we'll see you there.